Awesome. Now, good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to another social studies lesson. Now, let's get into today's work. Now, before I begin my work or begin teaching, I have a little task for you. Now, I'm going to place you in groups based on activities, right? So I want to see your active skills come out, right? Good. So, this group will be an activity of playing, alright? So you'll be playing for me. I want you all to role play a school in session for me. Please and thank you. So you have to determine who's going to be the teacher or the sir, and who's going to be the pupil. This group is going to be church. And this group, you want to join anybody?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah. Do you want to play too?
Yes, Miss.
Huh? You want to play? Play a group? Sure. Quickly. Let's discuss quickly. So we have a three groups. So 2 minutes. Think about what you're going to do. So you have 2 minutes to come up with an activity or a role or a skit for me. And I'm going to ask you to act it out quickly, right? So again, this is play, school or work, and this is church. Alright? Come up with something quickly. You have 2 minutes. One more minute. And I'm going to start with the work or school group first, right? Followed by the church, then play. 30 more seconds. Alright, that's fine. All eyes on? All eyes on? So let's go. How many groups we have? Three. Can you remember your group? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So let's go with the first group I said. We're going to go with work or school. So are you ready to role play for us? Those persons in that group?
Yes.
So let's go. It is fun. Now we see. 1 minute. Start out. Alright, thank you. So we had a group work. Can we go to group church? Can you be their skit?
Yeah.
Huh? Can you be their skit? Let's go. Alina, let's go. Quickly.
Class. We are the group church. I am the pastor. She is the pastor wife. Bless my God. Holy water.
Amen. Alright, thank you. Good job. Now, we save the best for last, which is which group?
Play.
Which group?
Play.
What you have to offer, play.
Our group is play. And we will be playing hopscotch and skipping.
Alright, thank you. Now thank you everybody for participating, right? So again, I assigned you at the beginning of the lesson for 3 activities. Again, they were play, work, or school, and finally church. Now, based on those activities, we're going to look at the topic today. Now, I'm not going to tell you, we're going to look at the words and those activities and build our definition. Now, think about it. We had play, we had work, and we had church. Now, wait, just think about it. I'm going to give you a hint to the word that I am looking for. Now, it's a place where people, again, we are all living in the same area, the same place, right? Because we're in one class, right? Good. So it's a place where people live, play, work, and maybe even attend church together. What am I?
A community.
Community. So, what's the definition of community quickly?
A community is a place where people live, play, and work together.
Okay, John, this is also part of the back. Community. A community is a place where people work or live, work, and play together. Now, based on that definition, we're going to look at a special type of community. Now, there are 2 types of community. Now, they're looking at these pictures. You're going to tell me what you observe, and then I'm going to tell you the types. So let's look at words. Has everybody seen on the board? Is everybody seen on the board? So I have 2 pictures on the board. I just want you to take a minute to look at it. Look at it. Observe it and tell me what you're seeing. Now I'm going to call upon you to tell me what you observe in those pictures. Alright? Now I'm going to start from the first picture, which is on my left. So let's go. So what are you seeing in that type of community? Please, I'm going to call on. So let's go. Yes, Jamal. It looks like an African village. Can I have somebody from here? Huh?
The second one is
I'm at the first one. Yes, you're up.
poor village.
It looks like a poor village. A poor village. Somebody from here now, quickly. What about, huh? It looks healthy. It looks like a healthy community. Let me hear.
The community is old.
It looks old. Now let's turn our attention to the second picture. I'm going to start with you. Can you tell me something about that community?
It looks like New York.
It looks like New York. Anybody went to New York before?
No.
We got a visit, right? Let me hear.
It looks like
It looks like London. One word, more descriptive word.
It looks
not fancy.
Good. It looks fancy. What else can you tell me?
It looks like a country.
It looks like the future. Alright, thank you so much. Now, on the board, these pictures represent 2 types of communities. But today we're going to be looking or focusing our attention on one. Now, the first one, if you notice, as you said, it looks poor. It looks old. You notice anything about the people there?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of people?
Yeah.
There are few people, right? So good. So the first picture we see, it looks like it has few people, old houses, right? And it's very small. Now compared to our second, it looks new, fancy buildings. What about the roads? Anybody ever mentioned? The roads are well developed, right? Well designed, right? Now who is driving the car? Obviously, gotta be people. So is the population of people more in community A than community B?
Yes.
Huh? Which one is more? A or B?
B.
It is in B. So the special name given to this community is what we call a rural community. Now, rural community is a community away from the city. Now, in rural communities, we're going to see is mostly made up of farmlands, right? It has less, smaller number of population. In some countries, there's no water, electricity, right? So the first one is what? A rural community. Then we move on to this one. If this is rural, I'm hearing it. It says non-rural. I'm hearing it. Come from it. It's a urban community. So what can you tell me is an urban community? A community that has electricity, the infrastructure is developed, more transportation, food and all fancy buildings, fancy lights, right? So the community is developed, right? It is developed. It has fancy roads, fancy bridges. Do you know it also caters to more job opportunities since there's more people? Persons would move from a rural to urban to get a better life, right? To forget comfortability, for good, access to health care. Do you think there's any hospital here? No. Must have a whole one that is not serviceable or is unserviceable, right? Now when you're here in the city, obviously everywhere you turn you get fancy KFC, fancy hospitals and all of those things, right? Good. So somebody from community A would want to migrate to community B to get better job opportunities, a better life, right? What else? Better access to health care, better education.
Better job.
That's better in everything, right? Now, better life, in every aspect. Now, shortly, I'm going to be getting a visitor, right? Now, when this visitor comes, I want you to be in your best years for her. You know what? I think I'm going to go for her. You want me to go for her?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Yeah, sure?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going for her. Hi, kids.
Good afternoon, Miss. Welcome to grade 4B, where big, bold, and brilliant ideas begin.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for having me. Now I'm here to visit Miss Rene, right? I'm just spot checking you guys, right? I have to return to my village before it gets dark, right? So let me begin. I see you have a topic on the board. What's that topic? What's that topic? Now I am very versed at knowing what a community is, right? For I had experience moving between communities. And today I have a little poem that I would like to share with you that's going to help you understand the topic of community, and a special word is going to come up shortly. That's going to help you make the connection of what Miss Rene is teaching and what you have to know. So are you ready to hear my little poem?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes.
So my poem is entitled Moving Tongue. What's its name?
Moving tongue.
Moving Tongue. Now you have to pay keen attention to the words, right? I left my quiet village on an island one day to find a job so I can earn a pay. The town was busy, noisy, crowded too, with many things I never knew. The buses packed the roadsides each night. The smokes and noise gave me a fright. I missed the trees and birds at home, but in the town I had to roam. The rent was high. The rooms were small. No quiet place to rest at all. I worked each day and tried my best, but village life I love the best. Still, I learned to make new friends, and I hope my hard work never ends. Even though town and village are not the same, each community has its aim. Want me to repeat it? Now, thank you. Pardon?
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for having me. Now, as I said, this was a spot check. Now, again, what was the title of our poem?
Moving
Move from a village to where?
Town.
Village to a
Town.
Good. So, I hope that Miss Rene can teach you further the topic, right? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, boys and girls, that was Miss Anne's Patsy passing through, right? So let's spot check us very quickly. Now let's continue through our lesson, right? Now we're looking at communities. Now in order for you to understand what I'm going to say, you have to know what is a community. And a community is a together. Community is a
People live, play, and work together.
Good. Now we look at two pictures on the board and we classified them, right? Now these are examples of two types of community. Rural and
Urban.
rural and
Urban.
Now can you, based on the classification, put or name this community? This
Rural.
will be a
Rural.
rural. Anybody? Quickly. So which one of these words gonna go here?
Rural.
Which one? This one?
No, miss.
This one?
Yes,
So
miss.
that's good. Help me spell.
R-U-R-A-L. Rural.
Rural what?
Community.
Community, because it's one, right? And here would be our, let's go. Spell.
U-R-B-A-N. C-O-M-M-U-N-I-T-Y. Community.
Now, do you know what happens here? Is there a lot of job opportunities in a rural community?
No, miss.
Huh?
No, miss.
Is there a lot in here?
Yes,
What
miss.
about the population size of the people? Huh? Which one has more?
Urban.
An urban community has a larger
Population.
right? And as a result, it's going to get more traffic. Now, I remember I heard when I was coming in that Miss Patsy was saying a poem to you. Can you remember that name of that poem?
Yes.
What was it? The moving town. I hope you pay attention to those words, right? Now, because there's a special word when we move from town to town, especially when we move from a rural to urban community. Now, Aunt Patsy, as we know, she's going back to her village because she loved the rural community. She loved the open space. There's less traffic, less noise. She's heading back to Lepen currently, right? Now, however, for me, I like where I am in Linden, right? So let's go. I used to once live with Aunt Patsy back in Linden, but not anymore, right? Now, I migrated or moved to Linden. So I moved from a rural community to a more urban community. And the movement from a rural community to an urban community is called urbanization. What is it called? What is it called? Urbanization. This big fancy word for many. Now, in simple terms, as I said, urbanization is the movement from a rural to an urban community. Now, I spoke a lot at the beginning of our session, isn't that so? I said, why do people move? If you were listening, and the characteristics of each community. So now, on your own, can you tell me why a person or persons will move from a rural to an urban community? Raise a hand. Yes, Fatima.
People are from rural communities to urban cities for better education and other life.
Oh my God. So you heard her?
Yes.
For a better what and what? For a better education and? For a better education and? Anybody else? Let's go from the back. I haven't heard from the back for the day. Why or what other reason would a person move from a rural community to an urban
To
community?
get
Quickly.
better education.
Well, she just said that.
To get better shot.
Better education, a better life. To get better. To get better. To get better jobs. And one more, you can just think of it from here.
More money.
As a result, you will get more dollars or cash, right? There's one more. So let's name what we named so far. We had to have a better education, better job, life, and one more. If you're sick, what will happen to you? We're gonna go to get access to health, to get access to better health, to get access to better health care. So those are the reasons why persons will move between communities, right? Especially from a rural to a and that movement is called Now there's one more word I want to give you. Now if I don't want to say movement, I can say persons may migrate. Choose to pick themselves up and move or migrate to another community. So, alright boys and girls, now that has brought us to the end of today's lesson. Was it easy to remember?
Yes, miss.
Was it easy to remember?
Yes, miss.
Did you love Miss on Patsy poem?
Yes, miss.
Anybody remember the name of that poem?
Yes, miss.
What is it?
Moving down.
Huh?
Moving down.
And Aunt Patsy moved from a what community to a what? Can anybody remember where I moved from or migrated from?
Yes, miss.
From a urban to rural to a urban community. Now, again, when we say the movement of between communities from a rural to an urban community, that word is known as All words exit ticket. Can anybody tell me one solid answer? Why would persons migrate or move from a rural, to an urban community? I want somebody ain't here for the day. Jamal, let's go. To get access to a better life. So walk up and kiss up to you. Alright. That's one more? Alright, one more.
To get a better education.
To get a better
education.
one for the team. Let's go. What's your one?
To get food.
Get access to food and health care. Alright, now I have a little activity you're gonna complete for me and that's it. Then you're gonna go for break, right? So, right? So go.